Sagittarius, 2026 is a year that pulls you back to what truly matters, not by limiting you, but by refining you. This is not about chasing horizons just to escape boredom, pressure, or responsibility. It is about rediscovering joy, creativity, love, and meaning, and then learning how to protect them with maturity. The year teaches you a crucial truth. Freedom without structure eventually collapses, but freedom guided by intention becomes powerful and sustainable. From the very beginning of the year, there's a noticeable shift in tone. At the end of January, Neptune enters Aries and lights up the part of your life connected to creativity, romance, pleasure, and self-expression. Inspiration returns. You may feel more playful, more emotionally open, and more willing to take risks with your heart or your creative voice. Love stories feel poetic. Passion projects feel meaningful. Life regains color. At the same time, Neptune can blur reality. You may idealize a person, a dream, or a creative vision that lacks grounding. For Sagittarius, this is familiar territory. You are a believer by nature. Neptune asks you to enjoy inspiration without abandoning discernment. Not everything that feels magical is meant to last forever, but everything that feels alive deserves attention. The lesson here is subtle. Stay inspired without getting lost. In February, Saturn follows Neptune into Aries, and this is where joy is tested for durability. What once felt light becomes serious. Commitments form around love, children, creative work, or personal projects. Saturn asks you a direct question. Is what you enjoy something you are willing to show up for consistently, even when it stops being exciting? For Sagittarius, this is a defining lesson. Saturn does not remove joy, it deepens it. If a relationship, passion, or project is aligned, it becomes stronger through effort. If it was based only on impulse, it slowly fades. You learn that joy matures when you take responsibility for it, rather than expecting it to carry you effortlessly. Also in February, the first eclipse of the year arrives with an annular solar eclipse in Aquarius, activating communication, learning, and your immediate environment. New conversations begin. Important messages arrive. Decisions related to study, teaching, writing, media, or short-distance travel emerge. Your mind becomes more strategic. You begin thinking more carefully about how you communicate and what ideas you invest in. This eclipse opens a new mental chapter. You are not just exploring ideas for entertainment anymore, you are choosing which ones deserve your voice and your energy. In early March, a total lunar eclipse in Virgo places your career and public life under the spotlight. A professional chapter reaches completion. You may finalize a project, receive recognition, or clearly realize that a role you have been playing no longer reflects who you are. This eclipse does not necessarily end your ambition, but it does refine it. For Sagittarius, this is about honesty. You see clearly where you have outgrown a public identity and where you need to redirect your efforts. The pressure you feel now pushes you toward a more authentic path. As spring unfolds, the relational landscape changes dramatically. By the end of April, Uranus enters Gemini and activates your partnership sector. Relationships become less predictable, but far more honest. Contracts shift, new types of people enter your life. Existing partnerships may need more space and flexibility to survive. Uranus challenges rigid expectations around commitment. You learn that connection does not have to mean confinement, and loyalty does not require stagnation. This transit teaches you how to stay connected without losing your freedom. By mid-year, the momentum shifts in your favor in a powerful way when Jupiter enters Leo. This is a major expansion phase for you, especially because Jupiter, Saturn, and Neptune are all forming supportive trines to your sign. This alignment is rare and deeply stabilizing. Inspiration, discipline, and opportunity are working together rather than pulling you in different directions. Jupiter in Leo reawakens your sense of purpose, confidence, and optimism. Opportunities related to travel, education, teaching, publishing, and personal growth open up. Life feels wider again. But this time, your expansion is supported by Saturn's discipline and Neptune's inspiration. You are not escaping, you are advancing with clarity. What you build now has both meaning and structure, which allows your natural enthusiasm to produce lasting results. In August, the story deepens with a total solar eclipse in Leo, resetting your belief system and long-term vision. A new path opens around education, travel, philosophy, or spiritual growth. You may commit to a direction that fundamentally changes how you see the world and your place in it. This is not a casual decision. It is a conscious alignment between what you believe and how you live. Toward the end of August, a partial lunar eclipse in Pisces closes the eclipse cycle by shifting your emotional foundations. Home, family, and your sense of belonging reach a turning point. You may release an old emotional pattern, redefine where you feel safe, or heal something connected to your past. This eclipse reminds you that true freedom does not come from constant movement. It comes from inner stability. By the end of 2026, Sagittarius, you understand that growth is not about running endlessly toward the next horizon. It's about choosing what is worth committing to and allowing joy to mature into something meaningful. When passion is supported by responsibility, the road ahead opens naturally, and this time, it leads somewhere real.